Hello everyone and welcome to lesson 7.2.1. What is the equation of a line? Y equals mx plus b revisited. Remember, we're going to go back to information that we've learned and continue to apply it in new ways. Remember, and if you need to write this down, you can write this down. M is the growth. Growth is always in front of the x. Growth, another word for that would be slope. Growth and slope, they are the same thing. B, this is my beginning value. Okay? Oh man, Mr. McCoy, this thing is kind of glitching out on me. Another word for beginning value is going to be the y-intercept. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to revisit these lines. The problem is a little bit ridiculous, but roll with me here, okay? We're going to go through and we are going to look at lines. Lines are their names. Their names are defined by their growth and their beginning value. So today, you will be able to graph using lines with different criteria. We're going to give you all sorts of pieces of the puzzle and you're going to have to wade through all the information. So here we go. One problem today with 6 parts. The Line Factory. Congratulations! You have recently been hired to work at the city's premier line factory. People from all over the country order lines from your factory because of their superior quality and excellent price. Now I know some of you guys are rolling your eyes right now because really? A line factory? But believe it or not, there are certain companies that do make lines. Caltrans. Have you ever been driving down the road and noticed the lines on the road? And sometimes the lines are not straight, right? Like they've got what were you doing while you were painting that line? I'm just saying, okay? Most of them are correct, but sometimes those lines all over the place. So, do people have to make good lines? Yes, but here we go. Quality control. Lately, however, the Line Factory is having a serious problem. Too many of the customers have placed orders and then have received different lines from the ones they wanted. The factory has hired you to correct this problem. Your task: review the recent orders below and decide if there's anything wrong with each customer's order. If the order is correct, pass it on to your production department with a rule, a table, and a graph. On graph paper, if the order is incorrect, explain to the customer how you know the order is incorrect and suggest corrections. So here we go. You have to be able to read these problems and understand what it's asking. You have to be able to shift between what the customer ordered and what they want. Okay? Notice that this is what they ordered and this is what we want. Here we go. Customer A wants a line that has a y-intercept of 0, -3. See, when I look at this, I know that a line is defined by its growth and its beginning value. So when I read that first line, I notice that the beginning value has to be -3. How did I know that? Well, when it says a y-intercept, I notice that the y-intercept is the beginning value. So I know that my beginning value is -3. Okay, and they want a line that grows by 4. Whoa, I don't want highlighter, Mr. McCoy. There we go, 4/1. Okay, 4/1. That's what they want. She ordered a line y equals -3x plus 4. Is that correct? Did they get this right? Because I thought that the beginning value goes here. Oh, what did they do? They switched the beginning value and the growth. So underneath, we're going to write Incorrect. Okay? The correct line is going to be y equals 4x minus 3. Okay? And then what we are going to do is we are going to plot this line. Okay? There are 2 points that matter in a rule. The beginning value, which is the y-intercept, and the growth. So we're going to go through and we're going to look. Okay, here's the beginning value, -3. The y-axis goes up and down. Okay, so we're going to go down to -3 and we're going to put it up. Then I think about my growth of 4. But it's not just 4, it's a fraction, 4 over 1. Remember, growth is always a relationship. From the very beginning when we were doing tiles, it was 4 tiles over 1 figure. And so when you have a whole number, like 4, the fraction, you need to make it 4 over 1. So we're going to go from -3 up 4 over 1 and place a dot. Up 4 over 1. And we're going to place a dot. We're going to go up 4 over 1, and we're going to place a dot. I'm going to go in the opposite direction. Instead of up, I'm going to go down. Instead of right, I'm going to go left. And I'm going to place a dot. Now I want you to notice if I grabbed a line, let's make this nice and bright. Notice I've got a line. Notice I have to be able to see what the customer wants. I have to check for a simple error and graph what is correct. As a teacher, this is what happens in my brain when I walk around and I see your guys' line. I'm constantly thinking, here's what I want, here's what I want. Oh, here's what some people did. And I have to figure out the mistake, or I have to figure out where you went wrong, okay? I've been doing this, and so my eye sees it. I'm trying to get you to see the same thing. So let's go ahead and do letter B. Customer B wants the line graphed at right. So if I were graphing this, wouldn't I just take this information and put it on my graph? The answer is yes. This graph gets put right there. You need to do that. But what I need to decipher is he ordered the line 3x plus 2. Well, let's go ahead and write that information down. Y equals 3x plus 2. What line do they want? Well, let's look at this line. M equals B equals. You're noticing that I'm writing the growth in the beginning value in the wants line. That's probably what you're going to do over here and over here. Just saying. It's a hint. Okay? So let's go ahead and look at this line. This line, where does it begin? Always on the y-axis. What number is that? That number is 2. So I noticed that part is correct. Okay, now let's look at this line. I notice between the dots, it's 3. That's true. And it goes over 1. 3 over 1. That seems right, doesn't it? But what direction is this line headed? This line is going down. If this line is going down, then I need to include that it has a negative slope. That means the correct line, y equals not positive 3x, but negative 3x plus 2. Okay? Go ahead and pause the video so that you can graph that line. Okay, one more helpful problem before I set you off on your own. Okay? Here we go. Customer C wants a line that passes through this coordinate and this coordinate. Okay, well, let's go ahead and plot those 2 points. 2 comma negative 4 is right there. And 5 comma 2. 5 comma 2 right there. Okay? So if I use that growth, let's go ahead and make a stair. Okay, let's make a stair. So here we go. I'm going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over 1, 2, 3. Is that fraction in simplest form? Because I don't think it is. What is 6 divided by 3? That equals 2. The growth in this graph is 2. Now the beginning value, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's look for a second. Notice I can finish reading. She ordered the line y equals 2x minus 8. Ordered. Y equals 2x minus 8. Well, I noticed that the growth is correct. Is the negative 8 correct? Well, let's go ahead and go to our graph and find out. So if I take these coordinates and I go to negative 8 and I do a growth of 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. My question is, do the coordinates pass through the points that they ordered? Well, let's look. 2 comma negative 4, 2 comma negative 4. Yep, pass through that point. What about 5 comma 2? 5 comma 2. Yep, pass through that point. It looks like the line was correct. So let's go ahead and write in, this line was correct. Y equals 2x minus 8. This one was correct. For the record, we should put a star, and this one was incorrect. Sorry, I forgot to write that down. Okay, so you're kind of getting the hang of this, that indeed they wanted a beginning value of negative 8. Notice that this one was all the same thing. This is good. Okay, we need to be able to check when we're right and wrong. So our final 3 problems, what you need to do is look at D, E, and F, and you need to decide for each of these, M and B, M and B, M and B. Then look at what they ordered. Check to see if it matches, right, correct, or incorrect. Okay, this is your task today, being good at looking at lines, checking for correctness, checking for incorrectness. Thank you for coming today. I hope this video was helpful, and we will see you next time.